All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy day after Christmas. Got some orders to pack up and ship out. We have 2 days worth of orders. Obviously, we didn't ship out anything yesterday because it was Christmas. So, no pickups or anything like that yesterday. So, we ship out all of our orders from yesterday and today. We have a good amount. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Poshmark and 17 eBay, and then I just sold something on Depop I'll probably grab after, and then I'm about to have another sale. Somebody messaged me and said they're gonna buy a shirt, and I got to ship a priority for them, and they're gonna order it today. So that's coming up pretty soon, but we're gonna ship out everything that we have ready to go. Talk about our sales, talk about what's sold, all that good stuff. So hang out for a little bit. If you're new here, make sure you follow, make sure you like. If you're watching on replay, make sure you say replay down in the chat below. Kids are home today, so you'll probably see them running around. That's one reason why we're not doing any live thrifts today, is because kids are home. Joey's home, so it's almost impossible for us to go and live thrift with him in the store because he's just crazy. So this week, no thrifting. We're probably going to chill out the rest of the week. I had plans to do a Whatnot show tomorrow and Saturday. It's probably just going to be Saturday. I'm probably going to cancel tomorrow's show. Because yesterday morning I decided to pull out my back. So my back is completely shot. Sitting here in this chair literally hurts right now. So I'm probably going to chill out tomorrow and just relax. But I got that sciatic nerve like down in the lower part of my back, and it's running all the way down my leg. So probably just going to chill out the rest of the day and with the kiddos and let them play with their new toys and all that stuff while I like chill on the couch and relax. So probably get out and do some walking too, because I know with lower back issues, the best thing is to do is to get out and walk around and stay active. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. If I still feel good by tomorrow, we'll do the Whatnot show, but I have a feeling that tomorrow morning it's going to be just as bad. So probably just a Saturday night show this week. That's okay because we got lots of good stuff. I'm actually going to start pulling some of my jacket inventory too, some of my really, really good jacket stuff. Also, we have stuff in the storage unit I got to pull too. So our next few Whatnot shows are going to be really, really, really good. So make sure you come out. If you haven't signed up, go through the link, go get your free $15 and come out to Whatnot. But today we're going to be shipping orders. We got a bunch of Poshmark, like I said. We'll start with Poshmark and then move on to eBay and not Depop because Depop just sold. I didn't grab that Depop order yet, but we'll ship out Poshmark and eBay today. So let's grab the orders. I don't know how Kayla did this. Looks like this one and 4362. These two are going together. Make sure you stretch. Yeah, I've been stretching a lot since this happened. I've been trying to stretch it out. Also, we have one of those like guns that you put on your back and it like shakes. We have one of those too that I've been using, which has been relieving the pain a little bit, but it's still pretty bad. Both of these. This is a Vineyard Vines men's polo shirt, and then this one is a, I believe, an LL Bean. Yeah, LL Bean sweater. These both sold in a bundle over on Poshmark for $34. I think we paid $4 for this one and $4 for this one. She just has $4 in there, but I think it was $4 each for both of those. So nice little bundle sale. If you guys had any cool sales too, feel free to leave them down in the chat below from yesterday. We have some really good ones. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm going to post it after this live. A pair of jeans that sold for $170. So I'll make sure to talk about that during the live, but I'm also going to do a post on those too because it's a really unique pair of jeans to look for. You're not going to find them very often at all. I've only actually found them once. I did pay up for them too. Alright, slide that in. I usually use the white priority bags for Poshmark orders, but again, I'm still out of them. I'm waiting for the post office to deliver them. They don't deliver them by tomorrow. Probably Saturday morning, I'm going to go run down to the post office and grab a bunch of them because I need them for Saturday's Whatnot show. So I am going to need to go grab those. 4382, this is a men's polo Ralph Lauren. It is a 2XLT shirt, so it's a good size. It's also like a weird stripe. I don't know if you can see that, but these stripes are skinnier or thicker than these stripes over here, so it's like all over the shirt like that. So it's almost like a color block pattern, but not exactly. I paid $8 for this locally in a bulk buy, listed it and sold in less than a week for 21 buckaroos. What's up, Peter? Welcome in. Nice, easy, quick sale. Good size on this one. It's not like a crazy polo Ralph Lauren shirt, but because it was a 2XLT, that's why it sold so fast. Big and tall sizes usually sell a little quicker than regular sizes. And this was a perfect example of that. All right, that one has shipped. I didn't fire up Instagram today. I probably should have, but that's okay. I'm just going to hang out with YouTube and Facebook today. Next up, we have another Ralph Lauren shirt. My top selling brand this year, 100%, is Ralph Lauren. This is I believe a 3XB. Yeah, good size again. Men's 3XB Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This one was also listed right away, sold right away for $22. Again, I paid $8 for that. Locally in a bulk buy, that's usually where I get most of my Ralph Lauren's at. And I usually pay around $6 for these, but the bulk buy cost against all goods are usually right around $8, so that's why I always say $8. But I'm paying less for Ralph Lauren shirts. I'm paying up for other pieces in that bulk buy. While you guys are hanging out, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the chat below. I'm not sure if Facebook is, I see YouTube people in the chat. I'm not sure if Facebook is working today. Let me see. Is it linked up? It says we got 26 people in here, so I'm sure Facebook is working. Yeah, it says Facebook. It says streaming, so we're good. Maybe just Facebook peeps are out and about today. Next up, we got some Marine Layer, another great brand to look for. This is just a Marine Layer fleece jacket, another one that we listed, and it sold really, really quickly. Paid $8.56 for this, and it sold in less than a week for $25. Easy shipping. Throw it in a poly bag and ship it out. What's up, Julie? There's Julie. She's over on Facebook. All right, next up we got a Polo Ralph Lauren navy striped polo. I don't really pick these up. Again, this was in a bulk buy. This one sold pretty fast too. It's just a navy striped polo. I paid $4 for this. It sold for $12. It was part of the bulk buy. I don't suggest picking these up, even though it has a nice stripe on it. This is kind of like the extras that are thrown in the bulk buy that you don't really want, but they just kind of get thrown in. But $4 into, what did I say, $12? A little bit of a profit. Probably not worth individually buying for sure, but if you can get them in a bulk buy, it's definitely worth it. What's up, Danette? Welcome in. All right, next sale after this is going to be a Tommy Bahama shirt. Isn't the best time of year to buy and sell Tommy Bahama, but the 3XL shirts are still selling. This one was also just listed. You can tell by the inventory number, the higher the inventory number. And over 4,000s are the ones that we really just listed within the last month. This one was listed last week. Paid $9.61 for this locally in a thrift store, and it sold for $30. I had it listed for $35. Someone offered me $30. I said, hey, we're in the middle of winter. I'm going to take that offer because if I don't, it might sit there till summertime. So listed it and it sold. I'm still listing summertime stuff. We're kind of listing everything we have right now. Usually I'd only be listing jackets, but we're just trying to get everything listed before the new year. So anything I have laying around is getting thrown up on the websites. Next up, this is a brand I learned from Surf's Up. This is Oxford Clothes. He usually picks up the suits. This is a long sleeve dress shirt. I figured I'd give this one a try. Picked this up for only $4.28 and it sold for $20. It sold in pretty quickly too. Inventory number is 4173, so it's probably only been listed for about 2 weeks. So worth it to me to pick up for $4. I probably wouldn't pay more than $4 or $5 for these. So checked out Red, White, and Blue in Pittsburgh. Pretty solid. Let's go. I didn't know Red, White, and Blue had a Pittsburgh location. I know they're on that coast, so I guess that would make sense. And they're opening one in another one in Colorado, so they'll have 3 in Colorado. Colorado's kind of be like Florida. It's one of the only cities with multiple Red, White, and Blues within like a good driving distance too. Last sale on Poshmark. We're gonna pack up. These are vintage Levi 550 jeans. These were made in the USA, so that's why I picked them up. You can see that it has that old Levi's tab on the back. Picked these up for $5.34. Again, these were just listed recently with that inventory number, and these sold for $25. So nice, easy, quick sale. I don't pick up a ton of Levi's, but I've been talking to a lot of other resellers that do, and they sell them quite often. One of which is Caleb. Another one is Dylan, who always is picking up Levi's. He's talking to me about them. So I'm going to start picking them up. I'm going to start trying Levi's. These sold pretty quick, so that's a good sign. I'm going to try to pay only like $5 for Levi's, though. Why can't they open one here? I know. They're opening quite a few next year from what I hear, so I think they're definitely expanding. Obviously, they're one of the best thrifts. They understand the market. They've been pricing up recently in our area, but they do understand the market and they understand that they can't overprice, kind of like Goodwill is. And they also don't sell online because they're a cash only store. So they're literally not able to sell online. So that's the best part is all their best stuff will end up in their stores. And even if they price up, they go 75% off. So it's worth it to go in on those 75% off days because you get some really, really good brands. But I hope they open everywhere. That would be awesome for us to just travel and hit all the locations like all around because around here we have quite a few. And then like Louisiana has them. I think Louisiana has them. There's one other state that has them around us, and then you have to go north to get to the next. So within Florida, we have a ton of them. How was Joe Gro's Christmas? It was good. He asked for a Dino X-ray shooter. That was like his number one thing. We couldn't figure out what the heck a Dino X-ray shooter was. But Kayla ended up finding these two Nerf guns that had like a dinosaur print on the back. And when he opened them, he was like, Dino X-ray shooter. We're like, thank you. Luckily that one worked. But yeah, he's been running around with those. He got a ton of like Paw Patrol toys. He was fun. Having little kids for Christmas is always the best because they like really love everything they open. It's like, oh my gosh, Santa got me that. So it was fun. He had a good time. All right, let's go to eBay orders. We got a bunch of eBay orders, 17 total. Oh, my back is killing me. 17 total to ship out. First up is a pair of Judy Blues. These were just listed, literally just listed, didn't even get put in inventory. We paid $13.89 for these. These only sold for $25. They instantly, everything you're going to see here today is on I think a 15% off sale on my store. I'm just trying to clear out old inventory, including newly listed inventory, trying to get some stuff out. So these sold for $25.49. I had these listed for $29.99, but with that 15% off sale, and I believe maybe an offer thrown in there too, they went for $25.49, but I'm okay with it. Nice quick sale. These were literally just listed, I think on Saturday or Sunday, if I can remember correctly. These are going to ship out for £2. Boom, $9.52. Buyer paid $16.20. That's how much it costs to ship ground event. I actually thought about giving my buyers my shipping discounts in the new year because I feel like $16.20 for shipping Ground Advantage is just wild, especially when I pay $9.20. So I'm really considering it because that would lower the prices for basically all my inventory and give that to the buyer, and I think I'd get more sales that way. I'm so upset with USPS. A bag sold was originally to be delivered to my customer on the 20th, and it still has in transit. Yeah, USPS having a tough time. They do every single year because I've worked it. They don't hire enough people to do the job, or they hire people too late. By the time Christmas comes, they don't know what they're doing. And they get just so much stuff. Like everybody's shipping right now, and people are shipping super late too. But yeah, just let your customer know, like, hey, that it's not in your control. If you get a return, unfortunately, that's part of business. Like, obviously, the customer wanted it there before Christmas and it came late, but there's nothing you can do. It's not in your control. So you just gotta let your customer know that, like, hey, I shipped on time. There's nothing I can really do. I apologize. But USPS this time of year always like this. Next up, we got a pair of brand new Paige jeans. Pick these up online arbitrage for $21.40, and these sold for 50 buckaroos. Ship my jeans and priority pad envelopes for $9 and just charge buyer flat rate fee. Yeah, that's smart too. I might do that. Again, I might just pass the discounts on to the customers. I might change that setting within eBay. Let's see what this buyer paid for these. Because with padded flat rate, I think buyers are still paying over $10, right? We get them for $9, and they pay like I think they pay like $11 or $12 for those, unless you give the discounts to them. So this buyer paid $14.10 to ship these jeans. Again, that's kind of pricey in my opinion for jeans. So yeah, if I gave that to the customer, they would only paid $8.92, which would have made that deal a little bit better for them, which might be able to have me increase my prices a little bit too. Next up, we got a shirt that everybody says doesn't sell. Made that video the other day, and I had so many people on that video say Robert Graham doesn't sell anymore. Robert Graham doesn't sell. So this one was just listed. We paid $8 for this locally in a bulk buy. I had it listed for $24.99, but I had it on 15% off sale. It sold for $21.24, and it sold in less than a week. What about when they open an item not received case? I just refunded them the full price this morning. Doesn't eBay refund you if the item still arrives? No. No. You shouldn't refund. You should not refund until eBay forces the refund. And then once eBay forces the refund, then when the item arrives, then you open a case with eBay and say, hey, this item arrived. Because then it's eBay's fault for the refund. If you refund, it says underneath your refund that, you know, if the item arrives afterwards, you don't get the money back. You could make a case for it, but eBay's just going to tell you that you refunded the buyer and there's nothing you can do. So always wait for eBay to force the refund. Go through a case process. When the case goes through and eBay sides with the buyer, then when the item arrives, then you go, hey eBay, call them or send them a message, say, hey eBay, the item arrived. Could you still get your money back? There's a chance if you talk to the right agent, but once you refund the customer, you relinquish all rights to the money for that item, including if a buyer opens a return, somebody opens a return on you, and you immediately refund them and tell them to ship the item back. They do not have to ship the item back. They can keep the item. For those that don't do calculated, I just do flat rate costs. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch it. I'm definitely going to switch it. I'm going to look at shipping in the new year because the prices for shipping have gotten outrageous for buyers. Still really good for sellers, in my opinion, but buyers are just paying way too much. My eBay and Posh sales have tanked since July. I have 2 surgeries with the time of no listing, but I've been trying to list regularly. Normally fixes it. I usually profit $500 to $1,000 a month. Now I'm barely making $250 a month even this quarter. I'm a little frustrated. Just look at the items that you're picking up. I think if you focus on items with good sell-through rates, I just did a video on sell-through rate. Focus on items with good sell-through rates and specifically items that'll sell quicker. Your sales will improve. You might just be picking up the wrong inventory. That's my guess on that. Who pockets the difference between the cost of shipping you pay and the cost of shipping your buyer customer pays? You pocket the difference. So if I'm paying $9.52 for shipping and they paid $16, I pocket that difference. But remember, you're charged fees on the total amount the buyer paid. So I'm also getting charged fees on that profit that I made on that shipping cost. So just keep that in mind. What I'll probably do is increase my prices a little bit and then just give my shipping discount to my buyer. I think I'm going to do that in the new year. I've been contemplating it for a while, and I think it's time. Next up, this is a item Kayla recently picked up. You guys probably saw it in one of our videos. This is an Alice and Olivia wool cashmere sweater. We picked this up for $8.03. Again, it was on that 15% off sale, and it sold for $22.94. Super duper fast sale. Kayla was actually hesitant on picking this up, and she decided to. It was missing a couple of the beads. You can see that in the front photo, so we listed it a little bit lower, and it still sold. This is like a New Year's piece right here. This is something somebody's probably buying to rock in the New Year's. New to promoting listings, at what percentage do you recommend? For you guys, I would suggest to promote a little bit above 2%. And the reason I say a little bit above 2% is because everybody does 2%, because that's the lowest you can do. So what I would suggest to do is do a little bit above 2%. That means you'll promote a little bit above everybody else, meaning like 2.5%, even 3% would be fine. I personally promote at 5%. The reason I do that is because I have a lot of people going to my store daily just to like see what I have listed and see what my sales are like, all that good stuff. So it hurts my conversion rate. So to offset that, I do a 5%. But I don't suggest you guys go that high because obviously you're not going to have like social traffic coming to your store just to kind of like look at your items. So I would say, yeah, anything above 2% is good. No problem, Danny. Appreciate the questions. Keep the questions coming too while I'm shipping. This is a good time to kind of ask questions and get those answered. Next up, we got an Athleta. This is a sports bra that we picked up at the Yellow Tag clearance event. Paid $8 for this, and it sold for $19.11. I think this might be, no, we have 2 more of these available. So these are like long tail items, but they were so cheap that we just couldn't pass them up. And these will definitely sell in the new year. Once everybody starts buying their workout gear and stuff like that, these sports bras will probably sell super duper fast. This only weighs 4 ounces. So buyer paid $7.50 and I'm only paying $4.71. Do you have shipping policies? I do. With Autoposher, I have to have shipping policies. For eBay, if I wanted to cross list from, let's say, Poshmark to eBay, you have to have shipping policy set up. So I actually have a video on that on YouTube on how to set up shipping policies and all that stuff. I had a lot of questions about shipping policies when Autoposher first came out with the cross-lister because a lot of people didn't have their policies set up and they're like, how do I set them up? So I made a video on YouTube about it. But yes, I do have shipping policies. All right, big sale of the weekend was this. Good brand, excellent brand to look out for. The brand is, I think you pronounce it Kiton, Kiton. These are jeans, and they are pre-owned jeans. Pre-owned, not even brand new with tags. Pick these up at a thrift store. I paid up for these. I paid $53.50. This was more of a long tail item. I've had these listed for about 2 to 3 months, but I knew waiting for that right buyer would pay off. These sold for $169.99 plus shipping. So really, really good sale. Picking these up at a thrift store. Yes, I did pay up for them. I believe they were 75% off. So the thrift store had them priced at $200, which nobody's going to pay $200 for kitten jeans. I think this was at a red, white, and blue. It's okay. I actually enjoy them pricing items up because it scares off all the resellers. And then we just come in at 75% off day and we're like, hey, we'll pay $53 for a pair of kitten jeans. That's fine with us. And then hold on to them and sell them for $169.99. So after fees, shipping, cost of goods, we should profit around $80. That's just a random number that I picked off the top of my head. Somewhere around $80 profit on a pair of jeans. So not bad at all. And these are actually going to Alabama. So buyer only paid $6.56 for these for shipping. Or no, they paid $11.20. I'm only paying $6.56. So again, that's something that I'll probably look at in the new year because I'd love for my buyer to just pay $6.56. I don't really care about the profit on shipping. That doesn't really affect me. All right, that one shipped. Best sale of the weekend for sure. Next up, we got a pair of Vineyard Vines. These are seersucker chino pants. I always pick these up whenever I find them because the seersuckers usually do really well. Paid $5.33. I think these were in a YouTube video like a month or two ago. They sold for $19.11 plus shipping. Nice little bread and butter pickup. Again, love picking these up if I can find them. I don't usually find seersucker too often, but these blue seersuckers are super easy to spot when you're at a thrift store. You list all the items at the same price on different sites. No, so I do. I use Autoplusher to cross list. I keep the items all the same prices. Right now I have a sale on my eBay store, so the prices are going to be different. eBay is going to be less than all the rest because I don't run a sale at the same time on other platforms because most of them you can't run a sale on. So they're different right now, but once my sale ends, it'll all be the same price again. Your Christmas present for me hasn't showed up yet. I'm waiting on yours to arrive first, Chris, and then once yours arrives here, then I will send mine. I just didn't want to send it too early. Like, I wanted to see how much you spent on me first, so that way I can send you an adequate gift, you know? Because I know you're probably going to spend at least $500 on me, so I need to make sure of that first before I go splurge on you, you know? It's only right that, you know, we give each other the same price gifts. Next up, we got another Ralph Lauren shirt, just a basic Ralph Lauren shirt. Paid $8.03 for this. This one was just listed. I probably shouldn't have put this on sale because it's a really good color for this time of year, but it sold for $17.58. Again, just trying to clear out inventory, but I probably shouldn't put this one on sale. What's a brand on the seersuckers? Vineyard Vines. Vineyard Vines men's seersucker pants and shorts usually sell pretty quick for me. Tracking says delivered. Oh, I haven't checked yet. Okay, so once I check your gift, Chris, and I see what it is, then I'll send your gift. I just have to see the price, right? I don't want to send, you know, too less of a gift to you, right? You spent $500 on me. If I send you a $300 gift, I'll feel bad for the whole year until next year. And I don't want to have that burden on me. All right, that one's shipped. Ralph Lauren. That's what, 3 or 4 Ralph Lauren pieces that we sold over the weekend or over the last 2 days. Again, Ralph Lauren, my #1 selling brand. Even basic Ralph Laurens, in some cases, I'll pick up because they sell so well. Let's grab this one. I think this is another Ralph Lauren. There it is right there. Another Ralph Lauren. Another one I paid $8 for. This is like a flannel shirt. Again, it was just listed on that 15% off sale. Sold for $21.24. Very decent. You came more in leggings. Let's go. I can smell them before they arrive. It's weird. Smell a little fishy. I don't know why. Oh gosh, I just lost viewers. Thanks, Chris. All right, that one's gonna ship for 14 ounces. Let's see, 14. And these are gonna ship for $6.66. Ouch. Not a good number. Not a good number. All right, let's see what's next. We still got 8 items to ship. Looks like 2 items just sold before Kayla. When Kayla was pulling orders, so I won't ship those. I'll talk about them, but I'll ship them after the live. We got I believe these are Good American. That's what they are. These are women's Good American jeans. We paid $4.49 for these. They sold for $19.11. $19.11. Again, everything's on a 15% off sale. Clearing out some inventory for the new year. We'll probably do some clearance like Whatnot shows too, giving out some good deals, making some room for pallets. I do have a first pallet order on the way for the new year for Whatnot, so you guys are gonna like what we got coming. But we gotta wait a little bit. From what I understand, it's gonna be here like mid-January because a lot of the warehouses are out for Christmas, so they're not shipping until the new year, just after the new year. So mid-January we should have that pallet on the way. And again, you guys are gonna like that brand that we got coming. It's gonna be a good one. And if everything goes good with that pallet, then we'll probably start buying a bunch of random brands just to test them out on Whatnot. Next up, this is a bread and butter, another one that was kind of thrown in to the bulk buys, the local bulk buys recently. This was a $4 Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. I actually really didn't want to buy it, but the guy was like, hey, just take it. I'll give you a good deal on something else. I was like, okay, whatever. So paid $4 for this, listed it, put in inventory for less than a week, and it sold for $11.46. If you can find these at the bins in good condition, I would actually highly consider picking up basic Polo Ralph Lauren polos because I don't usually pick these up. Again, both of the ones that sold today were picked up last week in a bulk buy, and they both sold really, really, really fast. Not for a huge amount of money. So if you can pay like $1 for these at the bins, or $1 like at a thrift store sale, like dollar items, they have red tags are $1, and you find a couple Polo Ralph Lauren polos, I would actually test out buying them and just listing them for like anywhere between $10 to $15 a piece plus shipping. Because these two sold really fast. It's actually changing my mind about like lower end items like that because they're super easy to list, super easy to ship. So I might consider picking them up if I can get them cheap enough. Not $4 though. $4 is too much. So we got found a ton of great shorts. G4, Peter Millar, Lululemon, but my favorite Polo Jeans Co. Ripstop heavy cargo shorts for Let's Go. That's a good one to pick up. You're probably finding a lot of those kind of items too because people are clearing out their closets for getting ready for springtime. So nice. I need to get a pair of scissors for these, and I don't have scissors in here. I'm actually going to set this aside. I need to cut this label because it's going to an APO, but I don't have any scissors near me. They were used yesterday for the kids' gifts, so I need to grab one after live. Where do you order pallets? So many places, and they seem sketchy. I can't tell you where I order them, but yes, do your research on the companies. Luckily, I have a following, and I have a bunch of people that have already bought pallets, so I'm able to reach out to some people and say, like, hey, where did you get your pallets from? Do you have companies that you worked with before that you don't work with now that you think will be good for me to start out with? So I have an ability to do that, but if you're just starting, what I would suggest is go to a pallet company, spend what you're willing to lose. So if you're willing to lose $500 just to try them out, then do that. But don't go and spend $30, $40, $50,000 on your first pallet buy because you will probably get screwed. Can you go over the different Ralph Lauren labels? There's a bunch of them out there. So research on Ralph Lauren's is key. There's the basic like blue labels. There's purple label, which is made in Italy. That's a high-end label. There's Double RL. Double RL is like their Western style Ralph Lauren pieces. That's a really, really good label to look for. It just says RRL on the tag. There's Black Label, which is just a simple black label. Now there's a couple different black labels. There's Ralph Lauren Black Label, and then Ralph Lauren Black Label. Typically Ralph Lauren Black Label is better than Ralph Lauren. There's Polo Jeans, which vintage Polo Jeans can do good. Most are kind of like mid pieces that I usually pass on. But yeah, if you want to learn which Ralph Lauren labels sell the best, what I would suggest you do is do this. I'll show you exactly how to figure out what Ralph Lauren is the best. You're going to go over to eBay. You're going to go to Ralph Lauren. You're just going to type Ralph Lauren right in the top, right up here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to filter for highest. And now you're going to go through and look at why these sold. Oh, we got to go to sold too. We're not going to look at listed. Let's do pre-owned too. Let's do pre-owned and sold. There's 1 million Ralph Lauren pieces listed on eBay right now. That's wild. How many pieces have sold? 292,000. So now you're going to go through and you're going to look at why did these sell. So this is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren old school label jacket right here. Super old. I wish I found this jacket. I would have known this is worth money right here. $1,000 is what this sold for. But this is the older label. So when you scroll through, you'll be able to see once we get to the label photo, wherever it is, right there. Older Ralph Lauren, Team USA. So that's a good collab between the two. And this is just a super rare jacket. It's the Japan jacket. It's got the big hit on the front. Super rare. These are probably only sold back in the day at Team USA or in Polo stores, really limited quantity. So that's why this one's so expensive. Let me go back and look for a double RL. There's another one of those vintage jackets. That sold for $4,000. Holy cow. Here's a double RL. Double RL is a good tag to look for. Really, really hard to find. But that is your double RL tag. It says Ralph Lauren at the bottom, but this is what you're looking for. This is a double RL leather jacket sold for $2,500 in pre-owned condition. And look at the condition. It's not even like mint condition. But usually with double RL, the pieces are like distressed. They look destroyed, and that's the look you're going for. You can even see the collar. The difference between the collar and this color is like off. It's either made that way or it's distressed, and people will still pay up for them. Let's try to find a purple label really quick. There should be a purple label somewhere near the top. Double RL is usually right at the top. Here's a purple label. This is a fancy dress too. See if I can get the label. There's purple label right there. Has what it's made out of. There's actually a label. They forgot to take a photo of it, but it's the same color purple. It says Ralph Lauren, same color purple. This is a lambskin and fur. This is full fur dress. This thing is wild. But yeah, let me see if I can find another purple label piece so you can actually see the label. I guess I could just type in purple label. Does one have it? Let me see really quick before I show you guys. These people don't take pictures of labels. That's weird. These things are selling for crazy money and they're not even looking at they're not even showing the label. Here we go. This one has to have the label. There we go. This is purple label, written in cursive. That's the label you're looking for. This sold for $1,499 in pre-owned condition. It's a men's top coat. That's what it looks like. And they didn't even put the fabric in here, but I'm assuming that it is a pretty good fabric. It is cashmere and wool. So yes, it's purple label. You can see right there it's 96% cashmere and 4% wool. But that right there is the purple label you're looking for. But yeah, there's so many labels out there. There's so many, even like basic polo pieces can sell for hundreds of dollars if they're the right collab or they have the right fabrics in them. So just doing your research helps with those pieces too. Yep, anything loud unique is a pickup as well. Let me see. There was some like Western style. Here we go. This is just a simple Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, but it's probably vintage. And this one sold for $1,500. Just a regular Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. But as you can see, look at that print. It's like a crazy print. It's 100% rayon, definitely vintage. Does have some flaws. Even with the flaws, it sold for $1,500. Look at that, flaws. It's probably like almost like a one of one. So collectors will go through and buy pieces like this just to have it in their collection. There's whole like cult followings to Polo Ralph Lauren. People that collect all the craziest pieces just to have in their closet. And obviously these pieces appreciate. So in 10 to 15 years, those pieces could be worth even more than they're worth right now. So yeah, lots of facets and different things with Polo Ralph Lauren. All right, next up we got a Rourke shirt. Picked this up for $6.42. This one was on that 15% off sale. Good brand to look for. Sold for $19.11. Again, just recently listed and it sold super fast. No problem. I should probably make a video on YouTube going. I've been telling Surfs to do this and he hasn't done it yet. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the idea. Surfs, I hope you're listening to this. because Surf says who introduced me to Polo Ralph Lauren, so it's only right that he makes this video. But I might make a video specifically on Polo Ralph Lauren to like show you guys what pieces are worth picking up, and like the unique pieces that you should be on the lookout for. Again, those crazy like $1,500 pieces, those are pieces you hardly will ever come across out there thrifting, but might be something that you go to an estate sale of some, you know, well-off individual and they passed away and you're able to pick up like some crazy Polo Ralph Lauren pieces, because people stick those in their closets and they don't wear them ever. They literally just keep them in their closets forever, never to be worn, just to be kind of shown off when people come over. So yeah, I'll probably make that video since Surfs hasn't done it. I've been telling him for a while. And the new year also too, I always say this every year, but I think this year is going to be different, especially since we're going to do a lot more whatnot shows. So I'm going to have a lot more time specifically for videos. I think in the new year, I'm going to focus on trying to do one video per week on YouTube. And then if I have extra time, I'm going to make more videos. If you're watching on Facebook, you will also get those full-length videos dropped on Facebook as well. So you don't even have to leave Facebook. I'm going to post them at the same time on both platforms. But I'm talking like, you know, that Polo Ralph Lauren video, for example, would be on Facebook as well. So they don't perform as well on Facebook usually, but that way you guys don't have to be off platform. You guys can just watch right there on Facebook. But I think I'm going to do that in the new year. Try to do one video per week. Even like sales videos, like what sold videos, like monthly sales and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do that because it's time to grow that platform. I'm kind of neglecting it and I need to focus on it. Next up, these are vintage Nike track pants. They had that vintage label, and I believe they were made in USA, maybe not. I can't remember off the top of my head. Paid only $4 for these at a thrift store, and these sold for $21.24. I don't really pick up too much vintage pieces, but when it comes to vintage Nike, it's usually a no-brainer. Anytime I see it, I usually pick it up. Especially Depop. I expected these to sell on Depop, but they sold on eBay. But this is definitely like a Depop item. Those Depop vintage sneakerheads always pick up vintage Nike pieces like this. And that one's going to ship for 11 ounces, $5.39. That's what I'm shipping these for. This is going to Colorado Springs. And I got 2 more orders to ship, one of which I'm not going to ship on live. I'll show you guys here in a second what it is. It is one of the train pieces. With trains now, all the train pieces, I'm basically going to start clearancing them off. So anytime I get a decent offer on these, I'll probably just accept it. I only paid $3.25 for this. This is a Bachmann operating car. It only sold for $7. I had to list it for like 12. Someone offered me 7. I'm just clearing these out at this point. I've already made all my money back on this deal. So any train offers I get, those are going to go out the door. And then last up, this is a pair of Marine Layer men's pants. They're brand new with tags. I picked these up at the Yellow Tag clearance event for $22, and they sold for $40. So a nice little sale right there. I think I still have one or two more pairs of these left over to ship out. It's going to ship out for £2. And then I have an Orvis men's sweater that just sold right before the live, so we didn't grab that yet. I'll make sure I grab it after live. Let me see what it sold for. Orvis men's sweater sold for $16.99. I paid $8. That's another like kind of bulk buy piece that was thrown in. Just, you know, I bought, but I probably shouldn't have bought. But it was thrown into the deal. It sold really fast for $16.99. And then I have a pair of LL Bean flannel line jeans. You guys will probably see them tomorrow if I don't pull them today. Really good jeans to look out for. With LL Bean flannel line jeans, let me show you the photo of these. Because Mom was listing them and I told her to list them this way because they sell a lot faster, and every one of these that we've listed this way have sold so freaking fast. So with the LL Bean flannel line jeans, this is my listing right here. This is what they sold for. You're going to want to take your jeans and flip them inside out at the bottom to show they're completely flannel lined. And every time we do that, anytime you have this as your cover photo, like it just captures that person's eye and they buy them really quick. So these sold this morning for $21.24. As you can see, it's on that 15% off sale. But yeah, anytime you have flannel lined anything, make sure you show that they're flannel lined. As you can see from the full front and back, she also kept them unraveled. So the person can see like, hey, it's got flannel lining up here and then flannel lining all the way down there. So What is Chaps Ralph Lauren? Like a low end Ralph Lauren. I usually never pick up Chaps Ralph Lauren. It's like the Walmart version of Ralph Lauren. Like anytime you find Chaps, pretty much is a pass. But yeah, that's how you list them right there. That cover photo, boom, catches the person's eye, gets those to sell. What did I pay for this? I think I paid $4.28 for these. Yeah, paid $4.28 for those, and they sold really, really quick for $21.24. So I'll grab those after the live, or I'll grab them tomorrow because they don't technically have to ship out today. I appreciate you guys hanging out for the shipping live. I'll probably do another live tomorrow because we're not going sourcing. We got the kids home this week, so I'm probably just going to chill at home and hang out with them. I was going to, again, do a shoe live on Whatnot tomorrow, but my back is fried right now, so I don't even know if I can be able to get that show off. But we're definitely going to do a show on Saturday. So definitely bookmark Saturday show. You can bookmark Friday show if you want. Friday show is going to be all shoes. I have a bunch of really good like Allen Edmonds, Bally's, On Clouds. I have some Hoka's in there. Just a bunch of pre-owned like really, really good shoes. And I was just going to blow them out on Whatnot and have some fun. But again, my back is fried, so I don't know if I could even stand for that long. It's really bad. Like if you guys watch me walk from here to the door, you guys can be like, you are an old man, because that's what I look like when I'm walking right now. It's bad. So I'm gonna try to do that show tomorrow. If not, we'll definitely have a show on Saturday, and we're gonna have some fun. So make sure you go bookmark those shows. And that's all the announcements I have. That's everything for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch you tomorrow.